your super blue moon gonna be like? What are the energies coming in for Aries for the super blue full moon we are having August 30th, 31st time? We're talking about Aries. What energies are most prevalent for Aries? All right. Here we go, Aries. All right. We got the Ace of Wands, the Strength card, and the Justice card. Underneath, we have the Devil. Give me 1 second, Aries. I'm going to try to do smaller readings this time, and there's just so much that can come up with a small reading. I feel like the more cards, the more narrowed down sometimes, and trying to get a little bit more condensed here. I'm definitely getting some sort of relationship coming in. There's a very kind of sensual, sexual vibes with all these cards. If it isn't a relationship, it can be having to do with legal paperwork or contracts. A new negotiation of some sort that's coming in that might require a little more finessing on your part and not smooching, ass smooching maybe, for lack of a better terminology. I think that it's some sort of somebody who might be a bit standoffish or have very strict boundaries or parameters in which they work, whether this is something to do with your reputation or work, or partnering up in work, or partnering up in a relationship. There is something here about a new beginning. There's a new potential here that is being, you might be more excited about this than maybe somebody else is. Somebody is very traditional in their standing about how things should go, and you are going to be having to kind of, oh, it's gonna be okay, let's don't get too worked up over it, let's, you're kind of not ass smooching, but excuse me, let me get some water. You are kind of trying to calm them down, trying to it's as if you somebody isn't happy with the way things are, how long things are taking, whether that's you or the other party. And you're more of a, like, there's a very Venusian quality to this. So that's why I say it might be a love and sexual, maybe even involvement here. But there is something here about the balance between the two. There's something about somebody wanting to stay within the boundaries that they've set for themselves, and you're trying to kind of soften their edges, is what I'm trying to say. You're softening their edges. There is great potential for this partnership of whatever it is, whatever kind of partnership it is. But there is something here about having to kind of not talk them off a ledge, but really use your people skills. These two cards here are big people skills. Really, you might have a legal situation where you're needing to kind of not BS your way through, but try to come across in a way that is understandable and approachable to somebody in authority in order to get what you want out of a situation, or the contract or the legal standing or something of that nature. This is definitely, if I had the Lovers here, I'd say this was about having to get somebody on the same page as you and trying to get them to be ready to move maybe to the next step, make it more legit in some sort of way. But because the Devil is like the polar opposite of the Lovers, he deals with contracts, he deals with decisions, but they come from a more structured and less emotionally driven place. They're for the system itself, the reputation, the status. This is talking about status of something. So maybe a relationship is been sexual and you'd like it to progress to a more formal kind of or a more solid type of thing, or the other party wants it to be more serious or solid. It seems here that there's somebody that's needing a little more time because they like their freedom, or their freedom might be that they are bound to their innate instinctual primal needs, and not so involved with the harmony of a situation or the solidifying of an agreement in some sort of way. It's as if somebody wants to play a little bit more or a little bit longer. Somebody is taking their sweet time, or one other party is irritated that things are not progressing in the way that, in the time frame that they'd like. I think that there is potential for both parties to come to an agreement, as long as the approachability is there. There could be harmony. This is a very sexually driven relationship, if it is, or it's about passion projects of some kind. And there is something here that could have to do with money. Maybe the money is taking a lot longer than expected, Aries. Maybe that's what the issue is. Maybe feeling bound in a contract as well and wanting to start over new, but having to kind of this also can be legal in terms of coming up for parole as well. If you have somebody in your life that's getting ready to be, there's a potential of being free or being released from containment of some kind, or if it's not like a literal imprisonment, it could be a contractual imprisonment, an obligation. There is time, there's patience needed. There's been a lot of money involved in this situation, whatever it is, or waiting for money. And it feels like whatever the, I think somebody's trying to win at whatever cost, or to, yes, because I have the hanged man there as well. I really do feel like somebody out there has been dealing with incarceration of some kind, or like dealing with the court system and legal issues, and is finally getting to the point where they're able to have this opportunity to start anew, and having to present their case and really become very aware of how they're coming across in terms of a legal situation. And it's been taking a lot of time, a lot of money, and there's something here about winning at all costs, or there's some sort of thing here that's, there's a win, but it's not it's not a hollow. It technically, this is my generic hollow victory card. You know, it's like somebody wins but somebody loses type thing. It might not feel good that you've had to go through this, or that you've had to deal with being restricted in some sort of way, but it seems like there is a way out of the situation and to start over anew. And here we have your card, really. This is the freedom card. This is the I'm going to start over again. And underneath that, we have the hanged man here. Yeah, I feel like there's just been a long time coming with something, and you're ready to start anew, and your new beginning is being held up, or someone else's new beginning in your situation is being held up. And it seems like there are some restrictions being placed legally in the situation. However, you will be allowed to move forward and have a new beginning. There might just be less money involved, more time involved, more money to pay for the legal proceedings involved. But there is something here about gaining freedom, getting a new slate, and the best of luck to you, Aries, whether it's in partnerships of any kind. Talk soon. Bye.